So we see a lot of foolishness going on in this country, especially from the right wing or, white supremacy. Let's just call it what it is, right? Now, of course, we know that part of America, they're big on Christianity, right? They call themselves these big time Christians and stuff. And some even argue that they're trying to start this white Christian nationalist movement again. And so on the other side, the opposition, you hear people say, oh, well, that's not Christian. That's not what Christianity is about. And it's like, it's not. Think about American Christianity just for a hot second. All right, that's enough. And what did you come up with? Did you come up with that American Christianity is fair for everybody and it's loving and it's God-fearing? Because when I think of American Christianity, that's not what comes to my mind. What comes to my mind is our people on those plantations being subjugated by parts of the Bible that would continue to subjugate them and to have them subservient to white people and taking all that brutality with God in mind, right? Now, what I mean by that is, of course, they were told, hey, obey your master, right? And when this life is over, you're going to go up in the sky, the by and by, and you're going to be washed white as snow. See, that's the Christianity that our people learn. And those people who were teaching it said they were Christian, right? Now, I'd imagine oftentimes as they was putting that whip to the back of our people, they did it in the name of Jesus. They did a lot of things in the name of Jesus. All right, now go a little bit further up the road to the KKK. They're a big time Christian group. They justify all their madness. You notice how I didn't say justified. I said justified because they're still around. They justify all of their madness in the name of Jesus. We're good Christians and we're just trying to make sure this nation stays Christian. Well, what Christianity you talking about? What Jesus you praying to that would have you put black people on ropes and put them in trees? What kind of Jesus is that? So again, for those of y'all who keep saying, well, that's not Christian-like, it is if you're talking about their type of Christian. It is if you're talking about them, because that's what they envision. And I've always asked this question. Are they praying to a different God that we're praying to? I don't know. Something tells me that we're not praying to the same God, because they seem to be getting everything they want. And you know why? Because they justify the violence and brutality and everything else they do to people, especially our people, in the name of Jesus. And because we are so indoctrinated as a people, listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but because we are so indoctrinated, we don't, call it what it is. It's evil. Because what God would have anybody do that to anybody? So one, we got to unlearn what they have taught us. And when we keep hearing people say, oh, well, that's not what Christians would do, is what they would do. They call themselves Christians. Now, before I get out of here, are you sure you want to call yourself what they call themselves? Because for sure, I know in the Bible it says an eye for an eye and all that other stuff. If you were to do to them in the name of Jesus, how long do you think they let you do that to them? I'm just asking. So anyway, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.